getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times, but seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Who should I show this poem to next? Go for Monica. Hi again, Audra. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad, I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you come up with a masterpiece. Haha, I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share with what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I gave my poem to Monica. Alright, great job, Audra. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. Ah, that's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sorori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue, art, an endless canopy of a meaningless noise. The voice that won't stop, violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Swan, a sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaninglessness. Load me. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just a kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to see what it's about, though. Haha. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected might happen. Thanks for breaking the fourth wall. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? Haha, that's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Speaking of that, we should probably go and save our progress just in case. There we go. I liked your last one better. And really? Well, yeah, I can tell you were a little more daring with this one. But you're really not good enough for that yet. It fell flat. That may be true, but I just wanted to try something different. I'm still figuring this all out. I mean, I always like poems that aren't trying too hard. I hate when people try to sound fancy or add more meaning just by using annoying, complicated language. Just make it simple, cute, and to the point. Yuri's head over heels for all this cryptic nonsense, but I see right through that BS. Ha! Making your reader look so hard for all this deep meaning is just an excuse to have no meaning at all. I guess that's one way to look at it. Well, everyone has their own opinion, but my opinion is the best opinion. I'm sure you figured that out already. Anyway, here's my poem. Maybe you'll learn something. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really badly. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies, and it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course, it's about everyone. It's about how everyone thinks that doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out they'd make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and makes them happy? Yeah, my ex-boyfriend actually was a spider lover. My ex-boyfriend. I didn't mind. The thing is that I have a fear of spiders, but I didn't let that get between us. I tried my best not to, despite my phobia of spiders. You know, interesting story of the day, I guess. I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. That's funny. Yuri wrote about something similar today. Huh? Did you say Yuri? Yeah, she said her poem was about an unusual hobby of hers. I didn't really get it, but she said something similar to you, that people shouldn't make each other feel insecure about these things. Really? Well, I mean, Yuri's pretty weird, so I wouldn't doubt that she has some weird hobbies. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Ugh, it's not like I would judge her or anything. Nisuki has trouble finding words. I guess I would try not to be so mean on her. If she feels insecure about her weird behaviors and stuff, I mean, I always hate people who make me feel insecure. And Yuri made me feel insecure yesterday. But the way you put it, it sounds like she's learned her lesson. Well, I would say so, even if her writing style is really different. I'm sure she'll appreciate the message in your poem. It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotions is important, but I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow, so look forward to it. Okay, everyone, we're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. Alright. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're gonna keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Tori has been working on posters and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Oh, sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica. Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event, but the cool part is we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Tori's putting it all on the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Hee. Sorori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see it. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Did you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no, it's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Nisuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys, no, Sawari, I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Nisuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, they'll inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right, and it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share with the others, to inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Nisuki and Yuri remain silent. Sorori looks very worried. I guess that leaves me no choice, I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sorori and Monica have been really trying hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a bit. Well, maybe, but... It looks like Nisuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright. Pew. Thanks, Nisuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. Haha, that's everyone! You're the best, Yuri! This club is seriously gonna be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're gonna practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no! Don't worry, I'll start off to help everyone feel a little bit more comfortable. Can I go next? Aha, of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply motion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sorori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sorori? I'll go next. What? Yuri's fired up all of a sudden? Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walked quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as he starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quibbling words transform into the sharp syllabies of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she emanates with her perfect timing. If this must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as if she's bewildered even herself. It's up for me to save this situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterwards and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not like we didn't want to applaud for her. We were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing it. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Sorori hops out of her chair and carefully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Aha. Sorry, I giggled. Hee, Sorori. It's a lot harder than I thought. How'd you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like a reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it yourself like in front of a mirror in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best way. I see. Okay then. Sorori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice has made a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sorori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it, but hearing it come from Sorori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sorori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sorori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sorori. Even Audra liked it. I guess it's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sorori. The atmosphere of this poem fits you really nicely, but it might be the other poems wouldn't work out quite as well with that kind of delivery. And I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours with that sort of gentle deliverance wouldn't work as well. It might need a bit more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. That's well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. The next time I'm gonna make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know? Okay. Now who's next? I can't think of anything that I don't like about this game so far. The writing is phenomenal. I mean, the writing is absolutely beautiful to listen to. I really can't think of much. Nasuki? Don't make me go before Audra. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Audra lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Nasuki, it's fine, it's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then, that just leaves you, Nasuki. Yeah, I'm going. Nasuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. This poem is called, Why Are You All Looking At Me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, this poem is called Jump. Nasuki takes a breath, and once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has become a rhythm and a rhyme to it. It's Nasuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken out loud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Nasuki's finishes and everyone applauds. She hops back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Oh well. Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of people would be way easier. I didn't put on whatever face I want for other people, but when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Nasuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming, though. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine, too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Ah, yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival's coming up, but let's try to rewrite poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's a big day. I can't wait. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sorori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sorori? Yep. Look at you two always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Hee hee. Jeez, guys. How are we doing as far as like our viewer list goes? Oh, cool. Oh shit, I accidentally... You know what, let's save. There we go, might as well. Don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice though. Well... how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Audrey, you don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. I walk home with Sorori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sorori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sorori? Sorry, I was spacing out. Ah, no wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to, Sorori fumbles with her words. So let's just say that one day Yuri asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Hee hee. God, man. Akari or Natalina? Oh, God. I love both of my girlfriends. Sorori relates to Akari, whereas Yuri relates to Natalina. Oh, God. What do I do? What do I do? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh no, oh no, oh no, help me, oh no. Oh God, what do I do now? Oh, what do I do? I'm trying to think. I don't know what to do, you guys. Oh Lord. Natalina or Akari? Which one would I pick in this case? Oh, good. Oh, Lord. What do I do, everybody? What do I do? I feel like a jerk if I said this, though. I feel like a jerk if I said this. But if I go down this route, then I'm going down Sorori's path. But I'd feel like a jerk. And I don't want to feel like a jerk. Ugh. Okay, Mike votes Yuri. Here we go then. Walking home with Yuri, huh? Why does the thought of that make my heart pound? I mean, given how hard it is for her to socialize, I would feel awful turning her down, so isn't she so beautiful and smart? That has nothing to do with what I just said. Haha, so you admitted it. Ease. There's not even any point in speculating something that's never gonna happen. Well, maybe, but I just like to think about it. It's not too long before you won't need me anymore, you know? Need you? Sorori? I can't figure out how you're seeing things in my head right now. Sorry, everyone is different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you. If you say so, the conversation trails off and I'm left feeling awkward. That was kind of her fault for trapping me with such a weird question. I can't just lie to her. But there's something that makes me happy. I would hate to take that away from her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Existence? We'll go for like, okay, what about like, well, she's a daydreamer, right? No, that was, well, we know she's into philosophy. There we go. Intellectual. Melancholy, there we go. Infallible. Despise. That would after image be? I don't know. I will probably go for like, what else do we want to go for? Judgment? And just to be random, kitties! Yes! Go for randomness! Alright. Child, a disaster. Oh man, I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked in too. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival too. Oh, I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. Eh? Weren't you complaining about just yesterday, Nisuki? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival, but it's a whole day at school where you get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. You sound a bit like Sorori all of a sudden. Monica, do they usually have fried squid? Squid? Oh, I love calamari. Calamari is my favorite thing ever. Calamari is the bomb. Best seafood you will ever have. Oh my god. That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You of all people? I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Montica. Eh? That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Ah, never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay? Hee hee. Fine, fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sorori's anyway. Excuse me, where is Sorori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sorori's sitting at a desk in the corner of the room looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sorori. I wave my hand in front of her face. Eh? You're spacing out again. Ah. Hee, I'm sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Huh? Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? It just feels like you were a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Geez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Sorori shows me a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Where is this foreshadowing? Oh man. I am not picking up on it at all. Not even slightly. Well, alright. If you say so, I worriedly glanced at Sorori before turning back towards everyone else. But the conversation already dispersed with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Sorori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approached Monica, shuffling through some papers at her desk. Audra, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything with Sorori lately? Anything up with her? Oh god! Wait a minute, Sorori? Oh god, is Sorori what you call it, where she's gonna murder everyone in the school? Oh god, Sorori's gonna snap and murder people, isn't she? Oh Jesus. That's my suspicion. Maybe I'm reading into it a little much, but she seems a little downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers across the room at Sorori, who's idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there's something on her mind. I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Audra. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bother her. But this time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. No, it's important to me too. I mean, I'm almost friends with her. Okay, so she does not become a yandere. Gotcha, she doesn't become a yandere. Gotcha. I thought she was gonna go yandere on us. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Are you sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up with the person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Audra. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sorori talks about you more than anything else, you know? Eh? She's been so much happier since you've joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her. What? No way. Sorori's always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different than how it's always been. Hee hee. You're so funny, Audra. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful because that's how she is when she's around you? Ah, I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. I'll try not to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Ah, alright. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sorori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sorori and gently talk to her, but she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear her from here. I sigh and let myself down. I know Sorori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary, but there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. Suddenly I notice Yuri peering at me from over the book. But she looks away just as quickly with a flustered look on her face. I realize that she won't get anywhere like this. I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord, so I have no choice but to approach her myself. But now it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and sit one next to her own. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax, you didn't even do anything. But I could tell that you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts? How were you even able to tell that I was thinking like that? Well, it's something that I do a lot. So it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring or anything, I didn't mean to do anything creepy like that. In any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern. Don't apologize, your troubles are only the concern of those who willingly share in their concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves, but if you would prefer to share what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen. It's really not that big of a deal. I was just feeling a little uneasy about Sorora. Sorora? Yeah, she seems a little off today, but when I asked her about it, she didn't seem want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh, that's quite romantic. Sorry, I didn't mean to say anything stupid. It's not that I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Sorori and I have been friends for a long time, that's all. I see. And perhaps it's unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings. Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much. Audra. Alright then, that seems like a good deal, Mike. That seems like a very good deal right about now. The world is full of meaning, often hidden deep beneath plain sight, and there are many untold stories about every person, no matter how well you may know them. So you think that there might be something behind it after all? I think that Sorori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what may be going on inside her head, and she may not always know what she wants. I noticed her strange behavior today, too. I also feel some concern for her, but in your case it looked like she was fully occupying her thoughts, wasn't she? Well, I guess that was the case. Sorori, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she? I guess. But you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. Yuri suddenly looks deeply in my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Sometimes a person's mysteries are untold even to themselves, and you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware were in you. That is... Oh man, I think that she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy. And be a simple kind of man. Oh, won't you do this for me someday? And the way I understand. So I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you. That's not a compliment, is it? That's what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it. Yeah, I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyway. Why don't we go ahead and get started? Yeah, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I take some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch her as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm gonna plug this in at the teacher's desk and then we'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms, especially because of her long legs. Yuri appears elegant and methodical. To Google. Methodical, done according to a systematic or established form of procedure of a person, orderly or systematic in thought or behavior. Alright then, lovely jubbly. So, let's go ahead and return back to the recording. Which one of these windows is it? There it is. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I may as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you two off to? Yuri was gonna make some tea, so I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. We're just filling the water pitcher. Okay, sorry, I was just being a bit curious. That's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? That's it. Monica, please mind your business for once. Oh, damn! Damn! Damn, girl, damn! D-A-Y-U-M! Damn! Or do you want me to tell you there's something wrong with helping involve Audra in club activities? My mouth gapes. Yeah, you got burned. Your ass got burned harder than a knife over there. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Then let's go, Audra. Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri, something about the way she said that. It made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri, I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. Audra, how come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions and we can't always hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head. Audra, I really like being friends with you. Haha, thanks Yuri, I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway, yeah, shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. Audra, do you like oolong tea? Oh yeah, anything is fine, very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others, even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. Hoo-hoo. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a lull to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show. And you noticed, I was doing a bit of thinking. I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out that it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around anyway. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Audra. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't king. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watched Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Audra, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? And why is that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading? Yes! It's not my giant titties! No, it's not these! No! I have terrible reading posture, so that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough, I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieved the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies that I kept hidden from Sorori's candy radar. I take it since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less appreciative, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup, holding it with my hand that's not holding the book. I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus, because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a thing. She wears her intense reading expression. I can only assume the world around her has faded away. I use all my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally managed to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumbled the chocolate wrapper. Sorry, I briefly let go of the book and finished opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay, I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudges on the pages. You're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Oh God. That's stretching. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left hand is practically resting on top of my legs. Well, in that case, Yuri's already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it in my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. That means I can't stop here. I appreciatively place the chocolate in my mouth, in her mouth, just like that. Yuri closes her lips over it. Eh? Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just? Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what happened. Audra, sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Well, you were just helping. That's something that friends do, right? Friends! Wink wink, nudge nudge, widge widge. Right? I mean, not really in this kind of context, but yeah, that's all it was. Yeah, then you don't need to stop or anything. I see. The situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can tell just by her expression that even she can't focus right now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another... I think this is getting a little bit adorable and a little bit cute, in all honesty. I think it's a little bit adorable. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers, but this time Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest ringing and falling to the rhythm of her breasts. I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips, but it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. Okay, everyone. Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems. Alright then, I'm probably gonna go ahead and save my progress here. I will see you guys in the next live stream. As always, if you like, subscribe, and comment down below. Sorry for ending this a little bit early. It's just that my throat is starting to hurt a bit from talking for straight up 2.5 hours. So you'll have to forgive me. I am gonna go ahead and I'll see you guys then. Bye-bye. Okay, great. Lovely jubbly. Don't forget to support me on Patreon, Twitter, Twitch.tv, and all those different services that help me out a lot. And don't forget to follow me on Twitch, like and subscribe to the other channel and all that jazz. It'll be amazing. Alright then. See you guys then. Bye-bye.